when you hear the term lawyer, a few thoughts automatically come to mind. Too expensive, unnecessary, of course there's AI, right? And then, can you trust whether or not that person, you or anyone else, can really help them in a stressful and sometimes a confusing situation? So let's take the let's address the one that most often turns people, they switch the light switch to off, is what is the counter argument to people who don't want to consult a lawyer because they feel that the cost is too high?
I think the worst case scenario, and I've seen it many times, is that, as an AFC provider, whether you're or a small business owner for that matter, when you start dealing with state departments, local community mental health agencies, the wage and hour division, the IRS, things like that, you don't know what you don't know. And you could be passing up opportunities that you have to sort of slow things down with whatever that government agency is, opportunities that may be there for sort of informal resolution, where having an attorney help you structure your presentation to that agency, the documents that you provide to that agency, reviewing the rules, seeing if the agency is in fact even interpreting the rules they're charged with enforcing correctly, which, surprise, surprise, they often don't. You can save yourself from the expense of a formal hearing down the road, a lawsuit, a recoupment action, by getting a lawyer and attorney involved early on. And so, yes, there's often an upfront cost to that, but you may be talking about saving 10 times that amount if you can avoid a hearing or a trial. Hearings and trials are where legal fees can really skyrocket because of all the preparation that's involved to go to a hearing or a trial or a motion in court. And if you have an attorney who can figure out the shortcuts in terms of getting things resolved without that sort of expense, or who gets involved early enough to save you from making statements or submitting documents to a government agency that are going to be turned against you in a hearing or a trial setting. I mean, that's worth the cost of an attorney. All attorneys should add value based on what you pay them. They should be adding value for you that approaches or exceeds what they've paid you. And I mean, that's the goal of our firm, is to add value for our clients, because we want our clients to come back to us, not just on litigation type issues or hearing type issues with a government agency, but when it comes time to review your personnel policies, if you have questions regarding disciplining or terminating employees, questions on how to deal with residents or their guardians, things that could be addressed early on before they blow up into some sort of out of control legal battle.
Yeah, I like that. So if I could boil that down, it sounds like what you're saying is a consultation is always a good place to start because you don't know what you don't know. Would that be an accurate statement?
I think so. And most attorneys, the way they would approach it, and we approach it, is you take a half hour, an hour, talk to the client, find out what the issues are, and whether there's a roadmap from there.
Okay.
But no, I think that's accurate.
Okay, wonderful.
I find the legal world fascinating, and one of the reasons is an attorney has to think of everything. You have to be way ahead of the AFC owner and knowing everything that could happen to them. All the situations that could come up that they may not think about when they're thinking about opening a home and caring for people. Mm-hmm. And I can see why talking with you early on would avoid trouble.
And Jeff, if I may, I'm not alone in this. I do have a master.
When in doubt, consult the wise one.